Hey, yo, what's up, man? Jalil, hold on, let me turn this music off. Jalil, man. Yo, let me just make a video real quick. Somebody commented and asked me about like basically home time and shit. So I'm gonna make videos explaining how you can get like what's the home time policy, but what's the best way to get as much home time as you can. Um, and because it's kind of ways you can finagle that. I mean, it's based off what you want to do and how often you want to be home. But I mean, the basic home time policy is basically 1 day per week. So if you work a week, you get 1 day. You can request more. It might get approved. It might not. That's pretty much up to your driver leader or whoever approves that. I know you can put it in on the Qualcomm or the Endow app, or you could just ask your driver leader. But that's pretty much it. 1 day, 1 week, and it, like I said, it work out sometimes. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes I even put in one time for time I had. I was out for like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. I put in 2 days and didn't even get it. So I don't know what happened with that. But that's the like to be as simple as I can explain it. That's it. You work a week, you drive a week, you get 1 day. So you could try that. Usually it works. It just kind of depends. Okay, so my opinion on how you can get the most downtime, home time, is of course local driving. I mean, you home every week. It's hard to get into local driving. Most people start off over the road. You're not gonna get dedicated. You definitely not gonna get a good dedicated. You might get one, but it's probably gonna be pretty bad. So I've heard people starting off dedicated, and all of the stories are not good. They're like, it was some bull crap contract and stuff like this. So if I was you, I think you're only like that, and that's a very slim amount of people get allowed to do that. So, they get a dedicated account. So the best, that would be the number one option, because dedicated is, of course, sometimes dedicated you be gone for like 3 days, but majority of them you're home daily or home on weekends or something like that. So that's a good option if you can get into it. But like I said, most of the contracts are trash. So, but that's gonna get you home. So that's that. Now, something I realize that a lot of people don't think about: regional driving. Me personally, I'm from North Carolina, and the city I live in is it's a lot of like truck stuff here. So it's like a lot of delivery places, a lot of distribution centers and stuff like that. So when I went regional, I realized before I went regional, I realized that I was delivering here a lot when I was in this area. So basically, when my driver leader brought it up to me, I think I explained in the previous video why I went regional, but when he brought it up to me, I was like, okay, cool, because I heard, I feel like I'm there a lot, and maybe by doing this, I'll be home more. And so I realized when I went regional, I had a lot of deliveries here. So you can kind of finagle your time to where when you go regional, that's your zone. So it's like you usually you're home. I don't know if you can go regional in the zone that you don't live in. That wouldn't make much sense anyway, unless you like live like in New York and you just want to go regional in southeast. That way you don't have to drive in New York or California. You just stay in the southeast region, which that would make a lot of sense in my opinion. But anyways, so when I went southeast regional, I realized I was getting deliveries here a lot. So basically what I'm saying is like you get the deliveries, you make a delivery, and majority of the time I put my time to where I make it here on time, like to like stop for the day. And like, let's say my delivery's tomorrow in the morning, I'll be able to push it, get here at night, instead of like, a lot of people, I got 2 hours left on my thing, I'm gonna go ahead and pull over. Nah, if I got 2 hours and I'm an hour away, I'm gonna go ahead and get here. That way, a lot of people, I don't gotta drive an hour tomorrow. So nah, I'm gonna go ahead and push it, get here, and then that way I'll park my truck, lock it up, park right down the street from my house, go home for the night. You know what I'm saying? Do what I do, go out, do it, whatever I end up doing that time, hanging out with people. So you know, that, I mean, that's a good option because for one, you here early, so you make your delivery tomorrow on time. You get to see family or you hang out with your friend or whatever you end up doing. And I'm just like, you know, it's hard to beat that because it's like, no, if you live in like some city where it's real small and stuff, you can also finagle it to where when you have deliveries near there, you get there, stop, and just, even let's say you 3 hours from your thing, your delivery at 8 a.m., just wake up hella early, and stop at your place and make your delivery. Just going to leave earlier, but I mean that's a basically being regional for the region that you live in, puts you around your house more often. Now, like I said, I went Southeast Regional. I'm from Charlotte, so basically, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't work if I was over the road. Like when I was over the road, I didn't get anywhere in North Carolina, other than like this couple times here, couple times Raleigh, and like I think High Point like twice, which is like a little bit north of where I'm at. So and that's, you know what I'm saying, I was rarely here, let's just say that. Like most of the time it was South Carolina, Georgia, if I was ever on the East Coast, in Florida. South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. So I didn't go up north often because my driver leader had people who he gave all the up north loads to, because I don't know, I guess they like doing that. But every time I requested, he'd be like, well, I could find you one. He was like, but we ain't got much going up there, right? He always said that. So I was like, all right, whatever. But yeah, I mean, like you could try it out. Then, I mean, like I said, it'll get you in your area. You'll definitely pass through or close by your home more often, because it's a big difference in just driving in this region and driving over the road. Because like I said, when I was over the road, I was California, Arizona, nowhere near my house. So at least here, I was literally always within 3 hours of my house, like always, back and forth, South Carolina to Florida, Florida to Southern Virginia, Tennessee, not very often. I don't know why, but when I had first went regional, it wasn't many loads going through Tennessee. The Memphis was probably all you would get. I had Knoxville maybe once, but Memphis to like Alabama, that was it. I don't know why, but I never went to Tennessee, which I ain't really complaining. If you stay out of Tennessee and you're Southeast Regional, you really have a lot of easy loads. Because I mean, not that Tennessee's hard, it's more complicated. South Carolina to Florida, Alabama to Florida, Alabama to Georgia, oh my, those are really easy loads. Only thing that sucks about Georgia is Atlanta, and if you got an automatic, you shouldn't be complaining about anything, because you'll realize a lot of truck drivers hate Atlanta. Most of them are older, and that's because they drive manuals, which they have a valid reason to hate Atlanta. I couldn't imagine driving a manual through Atlanta during rush hour. But if you have automatic, you have no reason to complain about Atlanta. But man, that's gonna wrap up today's video, man. I just wanted to make that just to emphasize, like, because he asked me like what's some good ways to get home more often, and what is the home time policy. So, you know, that's my opinion, man. Like I said, if you got a good relationship with your driver leader, man, you can get there as much as you want, and that's the key, man. Good relationship with your driver leader, because you'll have a really fun truck driving career if you have a good relationship with your driver leader. I won't say fun, but it'll be a lot easier than if you didn't. Like, let's just say that. So, other than that, man, it's Jalil, bro. If anybody got any questions, you know what I'm saying, just comment. I'll make a video, or just comment on your comment. I'll reply to your comment and let you know the answer to the question you got. But, all right, man, I'm out. Peace.